Sometimes in life, we find ourselves journeying through something that's incredibly uncomfortable. It's incredibly painful. The shit really is hitting the fan, right? Whether that be through navigating painful breakup, divorce, or finding ourselves in a new career that we either brought in or didn't see coming and can feel overwhelming. And during those challenging times, we can feel stunned as if we are traveling through life in a box. The intimacy of life feels lost to us. And what about those times when we are in that shall I, shan't I dance? Shall I take the job? Shan't I take the job? Shall I sell everything up and find a plot of land and buy a herd of goats? Always an option. And part of the reason that we are in this kind of state of unknown, of uncertainty, of wanting to buy a plot of land and run is because we don't know how to take that next step. Is because what we are traveling through, we've never experienced before. We haven't got the roadmap for this one, right? And probably alongside it, a huge amount of emotion. I remember when I was navigating a very bewildering phase in my marriage that, in hindsight, was the beginning of the end, and really feeling a loss as to what to do. All I could really manage was to get up, take my children to school, drive to my friend's house, and sit on the sofa for hours. And she would coax me into trying to eat something. And unbeknownst to me, I was practicing the powerhouse pause. When we are traveling through uncertainty in indecision or a huge life shift and we are overwhelmed, there can be such power in stripping it back to basics and taking care of our three triangular elements: rest, nourishment, and movement. When we dial it down to our basic needs, we open up space for the very answers that we are so desperately searching for. It is creating that nurturing momentum that allows the space for us to invite in exactly what it is that we are trying to search for. Rest, however you choose to take that. If resting is challenging for you, try just 1 to 3 minutes every day, either laying on your bed or on a yoga mat and just being still, feeling that really hard floor up against your body. It's always there. It's always supporting you. Nourishment. There is nothing more nourishing and comforting than the smell of onions and garlic cooking, being sauteed up in the kitchen. For me, preparing and making a simple meal for myself is one of the most nourishing things I can do. And the process of cooking is so creative that it takes us out of that mindset of overwhelm and overthinking and gives us something really practical, really simple, and really nourishing and nurturing that we can do. And movement, however you choose to take that, moving our body, moving that energy can move that sense of uncertainty, that sense of unknown, that sense of fear, that sense of panic, that feeling of numbness, of not being detached from life. Movement helps us to continually move that energy so that we can make way for the very next step that we need to take. And there's something so nourishing, so restful, so simple in being able to honor those three triangular elements every day. As if you can tick those off your to-do list and that be enough. In this moment, that is just enough to nourish yourself, to rest, and to move your body. And remembering during these times that It's okay not to know. Where you're at right now might not feel like it's okay, but it's okay that you don't feel okay. And I'm wondering if this resonates with you. If you are traveling through something right now in your life that feels heavy, where you are feeling a sense of numbness, a detachment from life, and you have no idea how to take that next step, and you are looking for a space to be held where you can share your story, make sense of it, and transform it, and take that next step, then book in a discovery call with me and see if I can be a good fit for you. I'm going to put the details in the box below where you can reach out and book that discovery call. But for now, remember the powerhouse pause, rest, movement, and nourishment. However you choose to take it, can you honor that every day and make space for the very things that you are trying to figure out, trying to understand, trying to make sense of? Can you invite them in the space you create by focusing on those three key elements?